Me and Shushmit started off on way back in 84, 85 as a duo.
Okay.
That is where the whole thing starts actually.
Okay.
Shushmit and I used to just play as a duo. There was the idea of making a band, so there was only two guys. I was not singing at that time. I was just occupied in, performing on my tablas and only the percussions.
So it was mainly instrumental at that time.
Only tablas and various other things. Like I in fact I wanted to play the drums also, like a snare and those things. Whatever surface I could get different tones so that I can make the composition interesting. Anyway, so this way the band was formed. The band was formed. It was, if you can't call it as a band because there were just two guys. And it was not also named, so it was Shushmit and Ashim.
That was the name of the band?
Yeah, we used to perform like that. I mean, not name of the band, just Shushmit and Ashim. We were invited to various places for shows.
Where did you start? Which place in India?
It's all Delhi. We're all Delhi-based band.
Okay.
It's a absolutely Delhi-based band. Although born in different parts of the country. So now we just carried on. We carried on. Obviously, in this kind of music, our music was also very different, obviously.
Yeah.
And at that time, Indian scenario was very different. It was not in that television boom and all that. So it was pre-television boom. So it was not that easy for us to do and establish that sound what we were creating at that time. Very difficult. So obviously no shows.
Okay.
So we used to really gasp for shows.
Maybe when Indian Ocean got formed and
You went back to Roorkee, right?
No.
First show was IIT Delhi or maybe
IIFT.
or maybe
That's fashion technology.
Two or three,
Not fashion technology. Foreign trade.
Foreign trade. Okay.
first show was at Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. Yes.
As a
That
band.
was the first show?
As a band.
The two of you?
No.
As a band. Indian Ocean.
You see, the band did about 4 shows in the first 4 years of its existence.
I see.
4 or 5 years probably.
Because it was very difficult for Indian audience to take, apart from
I tell you what,
Ghazal, Bhajan.
I joined the band in 94.
94?
I joined the band in 94 beginning, somewhere there. And I have actually only missed 3 Indian Oceans.
Obviously, it was, thank God that we got some shows. One show a year maybe, or
But
2 shows a year.
were you guys was that your main source of income itself, or were you guys working somewhere else?
We were obviously
working somewhere else.
Otherwise it was not possible.
Yeah. Amazing, difficult struggle.
We had to work.
Yeah. But then, when did you guys decide to name the band Indian Ocean, and why Indian Ocean? Is there some reason?
Bolo.
The band, when me and Ashim used to play as a duo, it was not what we did.
Yeah.
Indian Ocean was formed in 1990, and that time it was named Indian Ocean. And the name was suggested by my father because the band actually got created in my house. So
There was a naming session going on. So everybody was
after the first few compositions were being played by all of us. Okay, it had a certain character.
Yeah.
Which I guess people were thinking around as to what should be the name. So when my father suggested Indian Ocean, everybody jumped and said that yes, this is the name.
Just a gut feeling. Everybody like
Okay, so it's basically intuition, because we guys have been putting logic to it, because Indian Ocean has 3 different oceans coming into it. So we figured
not much thought. No, बाद में stories बनाते रहो.
बाद में connections.
So the truth is it was just intuition based.
Just like the phonetics of it maybe, or you imagine. It's like in advertising when you start branding, you start naming the brand, or when you start finding the names. It just comes out of gut.
In fact, when Indian Ocean started off, it was a completely new instrument.
Yeah.
First album had only 40 seconds of it. That was it.
Okay.
And so
It was purely instrumental.
So when you guys are making a song or something, or jamming, what's the songwriting process for you guys? I mean, you guys just somebody starts working on some.
Pick up lyrics or compose after that, or how do you do?
It has now it is basically workshops. Now
So what is
it
the
started with my compositions.
Okay.
So and my compositions, because of the lack of knowledge in music that I had a certain way of dealing with music, which was more towards Indian music than anything else, because I used to follow scales and that has become a norm, and I think that has been also our trademark as to how we go about composing. We do not go by chord patterns as such.
I see.
We do that also, but in very, very rare cases.
Okay.
So, and then onwards, the workshops carried on.
By and large, it's very spontaneous
Each and
actually.
every.
All of you club together, you join, come together in a place, and you just nobody comes. There is no leader in the band, so there is no one who says that I will make compositions and you guys will play with me. So everybody is actually contributing in some way or the other, whether he is musically contributing or is lyrically contributing or is rhythmically contributing, or it's very difficult to say actually.
Okay.
Contribution is definitely enormous, all four of us. Definitely. When this guy joined, when Rahul joined, the band attained a different complexion, obviously, because everybody as a character is actually contributing. Music is what you are actually.
Oh yeah.
Music comes from what you are.
Yeah.
Music is not separate entity from you.
Yeah, and also the band's music is a reflection of four guys actually.
Four guys, yeah.
There's no one individual. The music, even from the beginning, I get differ from Krishna when he says my composition, because
Actually.
it is not. It is actually not. It is what he has made is actually being supported by three more guys. So if they don't play what they did, that composition will not sound like the way it is. It won't be an
So it is by and large it's a workshop. By and large
That's
it's a
why
workshop.
nowadays tend to say it very clearly that it's actually more workshop.
If Hemant Kumar sings Kishore Kumar's number, they will sound different. But the fact is that number was played as a composition even before the band was formed.
No, but it is like no, it's not that. It's not.
So it's basically workshop. It's basically workshop, and it's very spontaneous. Like somebody comes up with an idea. Somebody comes up with maybe the bass riff, which might sound very interesting to you. I mean, we don't really rack our mind too much that, well, tomorrow is Friday at 2:30, we'll sit and we'll make a composition and we'll probably we'll complete that composition in 15 days or 5 days. It's not. And let me tell you one thing, a composition as such, when we are talking about Indian Ocean and talking about, composition and music, let us be very clear about this, that whenever a man or a group of people make music, either a man makes music, for example, Salil Chaudhary or Ilya Raja. Very well known names, okay. A.R. Rahman. They are single entities, okay. They make music, and then there are people like us, or people like a lot of other people like Parcham, for example.
Shankar Ehsaan Loy, Euphoria.
Shankar Ehsaan Loy, a combination of three guys. There are two different kinds of music being made in this in our country. I don't know about any other country. So when a single man makes a composition, that's his composition, okay. He has conceived the entire melody line, and then even he is not enough. And let us be very clear about it. When you need a music need a music arranger, why you need a music arranger? It's not because you are flooded with so much of work that you don't have time. You just create melodies after melodies and the arranger takes on. No. Arranger is a different breed altogether. Sometimes an arranger is never able to make a composition, but he has got that potential to make a composition so beautiful. It's like a florist. He is not a gardener, but you give him material.
He is who makes the bouquet.
He is the one who makes the bouquet.
Right.
The gardener may not be able to make a bouquet.
Yes.
So I think this is what we should be very clear about it. Like everyone in the band, or everyone, even when Rahman is making music, I'm 100% sure that he's not making music together.
Oh yeah.
He's not making. No.
He's the one solo arranger.
Whatever, Amit, whatever. You always need some arranger, somebody who helps you. Maybe he is not, he's not in the limelight.
Yeah, I've heard, even you're saying A.R. Rahman, like Haris Jairaj and those guys were working for him and they were doing all the...
They may not be known, maybe they...
We are not drawing a black and white divide here, but we are saying...
it's a contribution of, I think...
Actually a contribution of every composition, finally...
I can see this contribution when this guy came to the band, when Rahul Ram came to the band. I can see this.
It's a final composition what you guys hear, but that's not exactly what a guy thinks of in the beginning.
Often the studio.
I may come up, we come up with very interesting rhythm patterns. But if the two guitar players don't support us, they will fall flat.
They'll fall flat.
How long will I play the same interesting patterns and bore the people by taking great solos?
Because you are a rhythmist. Suppose you are a rhythmist. You are a rhythmist in alone. You are a rhythmist. Suppose you are a tabla player or you are a drummer. You are a composer. You are a composer also in yourself. You are a composer because when something is happening.